Hello, buddy. Oh, give it a second for everything to load in on the background. There we go. Do a quick spin. Do a little spritz. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Hello, buddy, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, stream, because I'm streaming at the same time as doing this, we are going to be doing a little bit of terrain terraforming. Now, you might be wondering, hey, this looks very different to where I left off in the video. And that's because I had planned to do a time lapse, and I had everything recorded and, you know, all that funky things, and for some reason it's not letting me export the video, so I just wanted to show what I've been working on. So let's get rid of that, we don't need those. So here we've got like the beginnings of the road. I've done some terraforming up here, we've got like a bit of a stream. The wall here is what's going to be brought forward, so I'm probably going to have the mountain pressed up against this wall here, so it looks like the building is actually built into the mountain instead of in front of it. I've started work on terraforming down here, so we've got a nice little bridge, which is slightly off angle, so I'm going to swap that block there. Started work on the canal river idea that I started working on. I'm not sure whether I'm going to expand it or kind of leave it as it is, but for now it can just stay like that. I might slightly widen it to be like 8 or 9 blocks instead of the 4 or 5 blocks it is at the moment, but that's a later problem. And I am going to get it to connect over here. So I'm probably going to have it all so all the water goes down into this cave, because I have no use for that cave. I've already mined everything in it. So, you know, is what it is. If you did want to go check me out over on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/TheBlazingWolfie. It does need a change of address at some point. I will eventually change my URL. But, you know, since I'm streaming now and I've just remembered, and I've done a channel rebrand, I'll get around to doing that at some point. Right, so I've got 29, I mean I could do deep slate bricks actually. So we'll flatten all of this. So, we're going to get on with building up the warehouse. So far we've managed to get a decent amount of it built. I have spent the last hour and a half trying to move the storage from the storage vault that was facing this way, and now I'm pivoting it so it's split in between these two vaults here. Pretty much everything is in here, it's just wood in this one. I'm going to give it its own, what's it called, its own straw statue who is going to guard this. I'll probably search up someone with a wooden skin just because it's going to be fitting. Get on with the roof now. Do I have my cut copper slabs? Yes, I do. Right, that was nice and easy, I suppose. So raise this by another block. You might be wondering, like, why am I doing this? I'm doing it because I think it's going to look cool. That's literally the whole reason. There's no other thoughts going through my mind when I'm designing this. It's, does it look cool? Yeah, then sure, we'll give it a go. Right, we're gonna get the first few blocks in here. Do not know why I keep saying here, like here, but here. Ninja. I think one of my biggest things with like making videos is it does take quite a while, because I'd like to say I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Admittedly, some of the videos I've pushed out aren't like all perfect in my head, but I'd definitely say like it's really difficult to keep myself motivated to make content, even though I do really enjoy it. At the moment, it's like one of my favorite things to do. I just want to preface that. I've kind of been like, not burnt out. I've been struggling because I guess just because the videos haven't really necessarily been doing very well. And I know that's not really anything, like, isn't a reflection on me as a person, but it does kind of feel like it sometimes, if that makes sense. So I've kind of, like, I took a step because I was going to get into streaming a bit more regularly, but I'm going to be... Ooh, I should have raised this up one, and then I could have had a strip of glass. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking of, like, starting to stream a little bit more regularly. But I think the main thing with doing that is A, work. My job is not very reliable with the days that I get to work. So some weeks I'm like more free than others. Like this week, I've barely had any shifts this week, so I could have spent most of this week streaming if I wanted to. But as we're coming up to like summer, I'm looking to move to a different pub. Just so I can actually get some hours, because that's not something I'm allowed often apparently. And just gonna be trying to get somewhere with more hours really. So we're gonna carry on with the design I was going for. So on this side we're gonna go like that, like so, and then down. So then it looks like the entire building has a bit of structure. Because I'm not a big fan of builds that don't seem to have structure. I try and build all of mine with an element of structure with it, just because I think it makes the whole build look so much better. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to move that, but for now it can stay where it is, I suppose. So, I'm kinda happy to say that this building is done. I mean, I need to replace a block there that I've just broken, and there's a few blocks up here that need finishing. But for the most part, I'm happy to say this building's finished. I'm gonna have a secondary building next to it, which this is connected to, which is gonna be for a similar purpose. Downstairs is, I mean, it needs some windows bashed into it, which I'm probably gonna put here. So we're getting plenty of copper, which is a good thing, because I'm burning through all of my... I'm sorry! Jesus. Jesus. That was fun. Right, we'll go back to Y level minus 2. I can share my clip and get a badge. Right. Hello? Cool. I think we're okay now. Alright, beautiful. So I've probably spent the better part of 2 hours trying to get down here designed how I want it to. So I've had this just kind of running, and we've almost filled the shipping container. I haven't been able to actually get to processing this stuff as quick as I need to, because I'm just producing it at such an insane rate. So it might be a case of I have to disable part of the iron farm over here. So basically, I've got the power coming down from all the way up here. It comes all the way down through this layer, which is great because I'm going to need power on this floor too. It comes to here, where I've only got half of the farm running. I just want to point this out. So this is breaking it all. It's going into the shipping container. Then it, from the shipping container, comes out onto the conveyor belt, which then goes onto the crushing wheel, which gets thrown over here to be washed. It gets filtered in the brown toolbox over here, between iron and flint. It then drops down. Any flint goes in here to be destroyed. Any iron goes in here to get crushed. Then it gets squashed into ingots and it goes into here. So far we have got 96 iron ingots, which honestly is not terrible. I'm very happy with how quickly this works. Like, it is working obscenely fast. Do have a lot of gravel upstairs that I need to try and get through as well. I'm working on the overall design of down here as well. I'm pretty content with where this is at. If you do want to see, like, the VOD of me setting this up, it should be on Twitch. I did a 3-hour stream, well, 4-hour stream on Twitch. So if you did want to catch it, go check it out over there. And as always, thank you so much for watching. My name has been Corrupted Creations, and thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.